Okay, hello friends, this is Yusuf here. Welcome to part 7 of Crash Course Python. So in this video, we're going to learn about CSV module of Python. Okay, because last time we have just seen how to create and then read and write files, right? Now let's see, we have a special module called CSV. So that will be very much useful to read and write the CSV files. So let's try to understand that module in this video. So first what I'm going to do, in our editor I have already created one file called file1.csv. Before I go to file 3, I'll just explain what is that. It's a simple CSV. So as you know, CSV stands for comma separated values. So now we have a small CSV file here, and I'm going to write a program first to read it. First I'm going to read using the normal method, okay, which means I'll be having with open, okay, file1.csv. okay, you can give R if you want, okay, if not it defaults to the read mode, and then I say new line equal to this thing because it will strike out the end of lines, okay, and then we can say as f, okay. Then we all know that after we get this f dot if for example data equal to f dot read lines, this will give me the data into the data variable. Then for row in data print row, so this will basically print the details. Okay, so here you can see there is a new line. That's because if I try to print the whole data, here you can see everything is having a /n. okay, so if you want to remove that, what we can do, just instead of printing row, we can say row dot strip. So the strip will take out the blanks and then these extra characters. Okay, then we want to split using comma, right? So then we can say dot split of comma. So this is what basically we need. So if you have a CSV file, we need to find a way to access each and every field or a column. Okay, so we are doing this much steps to have this thing done. But the point here is actually, okay, maybe we can do this thing. We don't want this variable here, because we can just do f dot read lines, cut it and then paste it here. This will save us one line, that's okay, it will still print the same result. Okay, but the problem with this, right, we are just blindly splitting based on comma. Okay, but a CSV file may contain a field with comma also. So that's what my file 3 is actually. Okay, if you go to file 3, I'm having another column called hobbies. Okay, but hobbies can have multiple hobbies, so I'm just putting that into a double quotes. Okay, so the expectation is the hobbies should contain both the things in a single field. Now let's see what happens when you just change this program, okay, to read from file 3. okay, so I'm just changing to file 3. But if you read it right, now you can see the first row contains only 4, but you can see the second row contains 5 columns, 5 elements, okay, because it splits based on the comma. So that is not what we want, okay, right? We want to be treated as a single field. So for that, in this case, right, the CSV model is very useful. So now let's read the same thing using CSV model. So I'm going to say import CSV, okay, and then it's very simple. We need to just open the file as the same method, but instead of saying f dot read lines, okay, what we need to do, a variable maybe reader equal to csv dot reader. So in CSV model there is a method called reader. It accepts one file pointer. Okay, now what it will do, it will read this file as a CSV and then give the data to this variable reader. Okay, now we don't want these 2 lines. Okay, now this reader will contain the data. So to access the data, we can say for line in reader print line. So if you just run this, right, see, we didn't do any strip and then split by comma, those stuff. So the CSV model is handling it automatically, and you can see this games and comma cricket comes under the hobbies itself. Okay, that is the beauty of the CSV model. Okay, but now the next thing, so if you want to access a element, right, say for example I want to print only the names. So what here, the line is printing the each line, and that line is actually a list, and list contains values 1 2 3 4. So if you want to access the name, it's like index of 1, okay, 0 1 2 so on. So if I run it, I'll get only the names. Now to make it more meaningful, we have something called in the CSV model something called dict reader. Okay, DICT reader. So what this dict reader will do is something different. So now let me try to print the whole, I'm reading the file pointer as a dict reader, and then I'm just going to see what is the data inside. So if I run it right, our each row is available as a dictionary. Okay, which means if you want to access the same name column, okay, then what I can just say line of name, I can access that each row as a dictionary. So if I run it right, it will be more meaningful. Okay, so I'm just saying I'm reading that particular line, but I'm reading only the name portion. If I want to see maybe the age portion, I can just say age, which will give me the age. So now I don't want to remember the index number 0 1 2 3 so on. So this is the beauty of the dict reader. Okay, so now if you want to write a CSV, say for example, okay, that is also pretty much simple. So I'm gonna say file2.csv, because I don't have the file2, so I'm going to write it. Okay, and then I'm going to say w, okay, and I don't want these things. Okay, one variable called writer is equal to csv dot writer of f. So we're going to write that file as a CSV, and once we have this writer variable, right, we can just write using writer dot write row, and it accepts basically a list of values. So I'm going to write the same file. Okay, so serial number comma name comma age, say for example. Okay, then we just need to repeat this how many number of times you want. Okay, and with the values. So I'm just hard coding it just for giving you the syntax. Okay, but you got the idea, right? You can just you can look through it, and then you can do whatever you want. Just the point is we need to make a list and then give that as a write row method. Okay, let me quickly do this one. Okay, now this will, if I write it right, this will basically create the file2 as a CSV. Okay, now I'm just putting a statement like print file create. Okay, now I want to see whether I have really created or not. So what I'm going to do, with open file2.csv, okay, let it be, no problem, as f. Okay, so f dot read, let it be. I'm just going to read and then see what is the data inside. We can also use the read method, right? So print f dot read. Okay, now let's run and see what happens. Okay, see, file created, this line got executed, and then I'm reading the file, and then we got the data, which means if we go to here, we should be able to see the file2. So it's a cloud version, so we will get file2 soon. But anyway, so this is the purpose of this video. So we can handle the CSV file specifically using the CSV model. Okay, but if you want to know what we can do more with the CSV model, so the best thing is if you go to this particular thing, right, shell, you can say import CSV. Okay, and then you can say dir of CSV, which will give you all the methods it has. Okay, you can see there is a dict reader. Okay, then we have used this writer, and then we have used this reader. But apart from that there are many things. Okay, there is special model for Excel reading also. Okay, so this you can go through on the documentation of the Python website. Okay, that will help you. So now the file is created. Yeah, not created. Okay, anyway. Okay, so this is the end of this video. So I hope you got some understanding of how we can read the CSV file using Python, and hope this helps. So I'll see you in the next video with the next topic. Until then, this is Yusuf. Thanks for watching.